time. Huh. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate versus Red Dead Redemption 2. Only one shall win. Let's see who.
Beginning with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I have always been a mega fan of the franchise. I've been playing these games ever since I was in preschool. Smash has been part of my life for almost 2 decades now. Coming off an extremely disappointing entry in the Smash Bros. Franchise, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, I was a bit worried for this one.
It's not that the last game was terrible, it just wasn't that great.
Thankfully though, this game is light years better than its predecessor, so much to the point where I almost forget the previous game was ever even made. As for my positives with Smash Bros. Ultimate, there are many. First, the roster. Everyone is here, including Snake, Wolf, the Ice Climbers, and young Link. I really can't complain about the roster from top to bottom. Even newcomers like Incineroar and Simon Belmont from Castlevania are joys to play as. Moving onward, the stage selection includes 103 stages to choose from, with more on the way in future DLC. To say the least, I love having most of the stages from the old games here along with 4 new ones. Though, I wouldn't have minded if they kept off some really bad old stages and created about 5 or more new ones in this version of the game. Regardless, I still like the stages, and it helps that I never play the Smash Bros. 3DS stages prior to picking up this game. So to me, it feels like we're given several new stages. Do I even have to mention the gameplay? It's spectacular. It's not too fast or slow, no characters greatly outshine others, everything feels right with the gameplay in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Beyond what the game is truly known for, like the stages, characters, and gameplay, how about the new adventure mode? It has been completely revamped from the last few adventure modes in Brawl and Melee. Instead of the repetitiveness throughout Melee's adventure mode and the never-ending linear levels played in Brawl, we get a world map where we free spirits and save characters as we move along. The mode consists of versus battles, but with each one being different, making this mode feel fresh. It can get pretty fun and addicting too, but if only they created more of a story with cutscenes implemented, I would have been all in from the get-go. This is still a good adventure mode and far better than Wii U's Smash Tour. However, the mode would have benefited from a cinematic touch with more cutscenes being utilized. Finally, the rest of the game. Personally, I believe the Classic mode in Smash Bros. Ultimate is the best version of Classic mode ever put together. Case closed. Spirits also take the place of trophies in this game. If I'm being honest, I'm not the biggest fan, especially since I don't even use them in versus battles, which is what their main purpose is. I'll try to use them in adventure mode to hell, but I miss the trophies. They were part of the reason why I kept playing the game after I unlocked all the characters and stages in the past. While they weren't that special to me, I still found enjoyment when trying to collect every single one of them. Nonetheless, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a total blast and easily one of the best games that came out last year. Now it's time to talk some Red Dead Redemption 2. The first thing I'll start with is this game's map. My goodness, is this world massive. It's nearly impossible to explore every inch. There's mountains, swamps, grasslands, forests, towns, etc. It captures that western vibe perfectly, just from the map alone. It's always a fun time when I can just run around and do whatever I feel like doing. Exploring is one of the best aspects coming to Red Dead 2. As for the story, it's engaging. The narrative shows us what took place before the events of the first Red Dead Redemption following Dutch van der Linde's gang. Your character is Arthur Morgan, who's a key member of Dutch's gang. The main story will probably take you anywhere from 30 to 40 hours to beat on average.
That is, if you're average at video games like me.
I really do like this story and will likely go back and play this story over and over again at least another 2 to 3 times the next couple of years.
Probably a lot more if GTA 6 ever gets released.
The attention to detail in Red Dead Redemption 2 is what stands out the most for me though. The vibrant colors, the selection of goods and services and what we can do with those, the game's dialogue coming from random citizens, and more. There's so much to take in here, I cannot thank Rockstar Games enough. In general, the game feels real. I can't say that about most games, not even GTA, which if you couldn't tell already, I love more than anything. To top it all off, the most excitement comes from the action in Red Dead 2. Who doesn't love an old classic gunfight in the Wild West? I've never had so much fun before in my life. There's nothing more satisfying than taking down a few enemies with a shotgun or rifle. In terms of problems with Red Dead 2, we can point out the slower pace and gameplay. Red Dead Redemption 2 is riveting and super fun to play throughout, but sometimes the pacing can be slower. It doesn't help that it can take up to 15 minutes sometimes just to get to your destination. And you know, that online beta. I'm sure they'll improve the online in the near future, but in reality, I feel like most people will just stick with the story mode. This is practically what the game was made for after all. Now, if I'm being honest, even with some nitpicks, Red Dead Redemption 2 is already up there for one of my favorite games ever.
So what's the verdict?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Red Dead Redemption 2 are both great games released in the fall of 2018. I wouldn't be making this video if they weren't. This is a tough decision, and it comes down to longevity. What game will I be playing 5 years from now? Looking at the Smash Bros. Franchise, they tend to release a new game every 4 to 5 years. Now that I own Ultimate, I don't really find a need to pick up the older Smash games as much anymore. And I'm sure when Smash 6 is released several years from now, I probably won't be playing Ultimate very much at all. That is, unless the game isn't great, but I think they have the formula back in motion. As an owner of Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5 and Red Dead 1, every game feels different, which then makes me want to go back and play them. I want to re-experience the stories, maps, and gameplay from each of those games. I've beaten the GTA 5 story 3 or more times since 2013 and plan on doing it again despite owning Red Dead 2, which most likely means when GTA 6 comes out, I'll go back and play Red Dead 2's story again, just because of how much content is in this game. When new Rockstar games come out, us players continue playing their older games. That's just the kind of gaming content Rockstar puts out, and it's exactly what they want us to do. For myself, with Red Dead Redemption 2, I see more longevity in gameplay over that of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, sure, the online isn't great, but it's not like the online for Super Smash Bros. Has ever been great either. Therefore, I'm declaring Red Dead Redemption 2 the winner of this one.
There you have it, Red Dead Redemption 2 beats Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This was a video I've been wanting to make for a pretty long time, and I put plenty of work into it, so let me know down below in the comment section what you guys liked about it, disliked, anything I could change up, let me know. Of course, I'll be doing more video game reviews in the future, and Glass comes out this weekend, so get ready for that review within the next couple of days. If you're new to my channel, click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.